Well, welcome back to another Sea of Heroes slash Villains gameplay part 36. I'm Robot Easy. Last time, I continued doing missions. I fought off enemies. I talked to some NPCs, and that's about it. So let's continue. Electrical protocol server bypass. Some archive transmissions corrupted. This comp station may station only contains the last. Okay. Captain Jennings called Arclight to Colonel Vargas, Co-DSEC. Colonel, I am happy to report that the Awakened were retrieved from the Sunken Saint and brought back to Arclight as per your orders. The operation went smoother than expected, with no casualties. Despite the warnings from the Asylum that the Awakened may be unnaturally antagonistic in their confusion. Instead, they gave my men no trouble at all and came to Arclight willingly, as if they wanted our protection from the rest of First Ward. Mother should be pleased. Okay. The attack continues. These Awakened are mind-controlling my men to wander into the FFC and get possessed by apparitions. Arclight is full of ghosts, and there are these crazy asylum seers. Please send help, Colonel. I'm concerned that my whole cell will be compromised by night transmission ends abruptly. Okay. Major Lob, acting CEO Arclight to Colonel Vargas. Captain Jennings was compromised, sir, and put down, but the apparition inside him simply jumped to Specialist Holloway. There are only 4 of us left now. Our persona training is useless against these ghosts, especially when the Awakens keep hitting us with psychosocratic logic loops. I am hereby shutting Arclight down. Do not send help. Repeat, do not send help. I can already feel like I'm haunted in some way. I pray the efforts of at Better Mousetrap can find a way to end this. Tell Mallard we tried. And he said something. Oh, and I missed. Better Mousetrap is the code name for a dust medical facility near Arclight. Oh, I thought for. Never mind. No, it's fine. It sounds like these Awakened somehow compromised most of Dust's operations in the FFC, and we still have nothing to connect them to the apparitions running around the rest of the ward. Okay. And the clue. Alright, Arclight to Colonel Vargas. The lab is one of them. Fields is one of them. No one can find Foster. Why aren't you responding to us, Colonel? Why are we going under Black Channel? Only Praetor Tillman can authorize that. I'm about to toxin. I'm about to toxic and gutted, and no apologies. Oh no, I didn't say you will pay us in the meat, and we all have unfinished business. I'm not saying this. Transmissions ends after the sound of sidearm firing. Down follow and leave. Pretty sure it's gonna be more. Okay, or not. Okay. Power Mouse Shop. The section of Arclight's outgoing logs and is the most troubling. Is the most troubling. It's also a board game. Not. It's not. Mousetrap. Our personal training is useless against these ghosts, especially when they're awakened, keeping us with psychosocratic logic loops. If dust can be compromised so easily, what chance does the compound have? When you're finished here, it looks like your next stop is the Dust Medical Facilities, codenamed Baron Mousetrap. See what their science team discovered before the Black Channel cut them off from the rest of the ward. Okay. Well, first, I'm going to get some inspirations. Okay. Now we're good to go. Another clue. We'll get going and some of our more technical guys on these data retrievers, Captain Kuro. But it's pretty evident that Arclight's last operation was a disaster, and that the next step is the Bear Mousetrap medical facility. The sign was certainly friends of these awakened. Enough for Praetor Tillman to condemn the very soldiers that reported their existence. We're going to need to stretch our resources even further. Okay. It started as a simple scavenger mission, insofar as anything in the first floor is simple, at least. Soon, however, it became clear that Dust had a crisis on its head in the free fire zone. But after investigating several of their facilities, which were overrun with mutated seers called the Awakened, and the angry spirits of the apparition, it started to get unclear. Part 3, Vegetation Rights. So we know that different Spec Ops team from Dust took some Awakened to the medical facility codenamed Bear Mousetrap. According to the files you brought back, they were hoping to use its equipment to figure out how the Awakened could take over their seers so easily, and whether there's any kind of procedure to remove or prevent it. We need to know if Dust has any medical records on file regarding the awakened, and if so, we need to retrieve them. Trust me, once those psychic monstrosities are done with Dust, they're going to move out in the rest of the first floor. The compounds simply can't handle them. I'll find whatever medical records are there. I hate to ask this of you, Captain Kuro, but I need you to bring any medical supplies you can find as well. And one more thing. That ghost band transfuser we used at ArcLight, well, turns out that all this time in proximity to those apparitions in there Friday, Goy has no idea why, but you're going to be without my help on this one. Good. I'll have to read what they're saying there. It looks like Dust abandoned this medical facility. The unnerving sensation of the wake and move freely about may explain why. I can sense an intruder, and a powerful one this time. That's good. The intruder is searching for something. It's searching for why we exist, just like Fletcher did. Nope. Not falling for your trap. I know what you're doing. Oh, she's back. It's good to know that they have self-destruct. adults after this mission. Weird. It has seen awakened before. Expression. It has destroyed awakened before. I'll do that later. Get all the enemies in here. Someone just tried to attack me. Weird. Ah, there we go. You find a series of local medical transcripts regarding the awakened seers. And a report on the first appearance. Dr. Jonas Fletcher, field surgeon in residence to Dust Special Operations in First Ward, Mousetrap. Just before the Black Channel fell, Colonel Vargas, to the CEO of DSEC, ordered one of our squadrons from Bear Mousetrap to capture as many of the seer subjects designated awakened as we could. What started as a seemingly innocuous request from her mother has turned into a alarm flyer. But that's not really the point of these reports. Forgive me. The stress is getting to all of us. We did not suspect any associations between the awakened and the apparitions at the time of Arclight was sent to the second city, and still do not have any verifiable evidence to support such a claim. What we do know is that the presence of the awakened caused nearly all of the seers attached to the dust cells here in First Ward to turn on us as well. The current theory is that the awakened carry some kind of psychic contagion, which normally healthy seers can catch, and readily so. Again, what any of this has to do with the apparitions is still under investigation. Scan diagnostic reports on awakening mutations. And the mutations that manifest in the awakened seem to be psychomorphic in nature, indicative of exposure to enormous amounts of gen psychic stress. Though we do not have an exact pattern yet, these mutations come in degrees of physical severity from barely noticeable to almost superterrestrial level physiology. Whatever the pattern, the severity of physical mutations in Awakened do not seem to correspond to the levels of psychic power. The reasons for this are currently unknown. We may never make the connection between the Awakened and the apparitions. Once our initial reports were sent to Colonel Vargas at DSEC, who then relayed such findings to the Asylum, it resulted in an immediate call for Black Channel protocols across all special operations in Firstborn. Scan purpose of the Black Channel protocols. Muller has deemed that this secret medical facility be condemned and quietly disappeared. How nice. The Black Channel will lock us all down, so I fear this may be my last report. In that case, I would like to formally put on the record that I believe that a magician should have been sent here instead of a doctor. The Awakened I can work on, correction, could have worked on, had the Asylum given us adequate protection. But just what am I supposed to do about the apparitions? What advice can I give that doesn't end up straying into the occult? A subject I never studied. How am I supposed to perform an autopsy on a ghost? That's actually a good question. I suppose you yourself have to be a ghost in order to do operation on ghosts. I mean, that makes most sense. Don't all know person's medical reports. You have all copies of pertinent and available medical transcripts regarding the Awakened series. Visiting hours are over. Fine, I was leaving anyways. Oh, good. This was only supposed to be a residency. I will find you another host. You just watch me. Flatline. No. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't heal. Recording's gonna be a little longer than usual, but that's okay. I might just get all health inspirations because I rarely ever use stamina inspirations. If I die again, then yeah, I'll do that. At least I almost killed his minion. There. Oh my gosh. I'm literally doing no damage to him. Well, a little bit, but when he holds me, then he like heals back up, and like the damage I've done like did nothing, you know. It doesn't seem to be doing. Oh, there it is. I was waiting for that. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. The residency. The possessed monstrosity that referred to itself as the surgeon was carrying a dust security clearance card. It identified the host's body as one Dr. Jonas Fletcher, a graduate of the Notropos Academy of Applied Extra, Extragenics. So, yeah. I'll level up and then talk to the contact. Oh, yay! A new power. Done. Good. Alright. That would be nice. You know what? I might as well. That way I don't die as much. There we go. Oh. Oh, right in the clue tube. What the? The medical records only really show that dust is plain theory time, too. Words inconclusive and possible are used about every third sentence. There has to be some truth to it. Though between the dispatches you found at Arclight and these medical records is a connection that Simon doesn't want getting out at all. Captain Kuro, there is a reason that my people call themselves a forlorn. Even in the armpit of Cole's regime, where there's a monster around every corner, we're often looked on as the worst of them all. And we can't forget what we did back when we were rabid. So sometimes at your worst, you start to believe the rest of the warders. Look, I'm embarrassing myself. Your actions here in the Gumble have given the forlorn some hope. I just wanted you to know that. Okay. So, this one. It started as a simple Saturn religion insofar as anything in the first world is simple, at least. Soon, however, it became clear that Dust has had a crisis on its hands in the Free Fire Zone, but after investigating several of their facilities, which were overrun with mutated seers called the Awakened, and the anchored spirits of the apparitions, it started to get unclear. Noble Savage, the new hitman of the compound, decided to bring in an expert on psychic phenomena and sent you to recruit K. Douglas, perhaps more famously known as Seer 1381. But we didn't meet her, though. Okay. I will do enhancements and inspirations next time. So, tune next time to Sea of Heroes / Villains gameplay parts 37. This is Robot GZ signing off. Bye.